ดหย่อนไปนะรีบจังเลยนะคะแต่ละคนมาแล้ว
1977, I had a French chef. He cooked, and nurtured. That moment is when I decided.
How are you?
Yeah, feel
Okay.
like a forum to join with me anytime. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, how many participants we have so far? I asked my staff first. So, how many
Okay.
people are joining? I check. กี่คนแล้วอะ
Yeah.
So we have only Dr. Panida Pa, can you give us another 5 minutes to
Yeah, why not?
okay.
I love getting to know our colleagues from
Okay.
ASEAN, right? Yeah,
Yes.
and from
No,
Nigeria,
not only us,
activity.
not only
Yeah.
ASEAN. There are many countries around the
Yeah, I saw
world.
that from Nicaragua as well. Nigeria has been.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
good.
and
Welcome.
in all continents. Okay, Dr. Panidapha, are you ready? เปิดไหมอ่ะ
We are ready from Honduras.
Okay, hello. Hi
Yes,
there.
Ajahn, we are ready. Good morning.
Right, good
Let's
morning. Good morning to you all. Is our guest speaker, Dr. Panidapha, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, good morning from Thailand. So today we have the lecture on the topic of the new normal tourism standard in Thailand, and the episode 1 would be the tourism quality standard. And today we have the guest, the honored guest from the Ministry of Tourism and Sport. Her name is Dr. Panidapha Suankeo. She's the head of Tourism Services, Promotion and Development from Bureau of Tourism Services, Development, Ministry of Tourism and Sport. Dr. Panidapha, she got the education background. She got a bachelor degree from Faculty of Art, Chulalongkorn University, and also she got the master degree of Art of Speech Communication from California State University, Los Angeles, the US. And she got her PhD in Public Administration from Beijing Language and Culture University. So it's very good morning to you, Dr. Panidapha. Hello.
Good
Hello, Sawadee krab.
morning. Yeah,
Sawadee
pleasure to
krab.
meet you guys. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to give the time to you. You're going to have around 1 hour and a half for your lecture. And after that, we're going to have discussion with the participants from around the world. Okay, if you are ready, so I'm going to give the time to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
When I was it.
All right. Go on then.
Yeah, I would like to share my skin.
Okay, sure. เขาจะแชร์หน้าจอครับ
And it said that only the host can share. So why don't you give me the permission to do so?
Hang on. We already did.
Okay, good. Everyone see the skin already? Yes.
Oh, no, sorry, we can see. Sorry.
Hang on.
From Bangladesh, we can see. Sir.
You can see already?
Not yet.
Sorry.
Okay, everyone see the Department of Tourism?
Not yet.
No,
cannot
not
see.
yet.
I cannot see anything. Can you share it again? We see nothing.
Is that okay now?
No. You have to press the bottom of share screen on the green one.
I
Yeah.
already did, and I pressed the skin. And what's going on? Okay. Hang on one moment. I don't know what to do.
Or you send the file to us.
Okay. But I also need to open the clip video as well. But I can send it to you first. Where is it? Send to where?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.มันเป็นพี่แชร์ไปแล้ว Is it your video? I think so, yes.
So now, sharing successful or not? This one.
I can see that Department of Tourism and your name and everything.
Yeah, from my screen, not from the one, but from the file just send you from the screen, right?
From the screen, yes, from the screen.
Okay, good. So everything all set. Okay, good.
Can anybody see the slide with the
Yes.
the bridge and
And
elephant?
how about this one? One moment. How about this one?
It's upside down.
This one also will as well.
I can see
Yes.
that. I can
Yes.
see that. Can anybody
Okay.
see that?
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, this cartoon.
good.
Yes, the nice one. Nice one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Everything
Okay.
all set.
Hey, it should be fine now.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Let's start it.
Okay.
So, once again, good morning to everyone, to our colleagues, roughly from all over the world, as the government sector, the same as me, Ministry of Tourism and Sport. I would like to talk about the mission of Department of Tourism. Okay, first one, we want to be the organization that promotes and develops sustainable quality for tourism that would be recognized internationally. What Department of Tourism and Sport do normally? We develop supply chain that regarding to tourism by setting the standards as a tool to develop all entrepreneurs regarding tourism and apply to overall tourism industry, and then to diminish or to decrease or problem or any obstruction regarding to the tourism. Also developing and distributing information regarding tourism and management, supporting relevant development. Okay. And also we also coordinate with our employees to see the value and key to successful of tourism industry. So normally our mission to promote and conserve, restore and development tourism attraction with the quality of environment. And also the standard of tourism products, services and human resources that we are developing and keep continuing to getting more entrepreneur or more state enterprises to join us to continue to continue that standard, and also to promote, develop, regulate our business tour guide and tour leader. So we taking care of our tourist attraction, and also another part we also have rule and regulation that to develop and regulate our tour agency and tour guides and also the tour leader with the law. So I think it's the same thing in other countries that our tour guide or tour leader must have a permission. So it means that they have to take the exam to get the permission to be a tour guide as well. And we are the one who regulate them to see them that, to see everyone who take care of their tourists with the permission, with the license. And last one, to promote, participate and support tourism activity for all stakeholders to achieve sustainable tourism. Okay, so we aim at develop our supply chain regarding tourism industry. First one, we develop tourism attraction and tourism services, which I'm taking care of the tourism services, and also tour business, tour guide and tour leader. And the other very interesting part that I will touch up in the last part is film, foreign film production in Thailand. Excuse me for that. And last one, tourism cooperation with stakeholders internationally. So if you see the wrap up of the mission of the Department of Tourism, now we come to Thailand tourism standard. You see a little elephant over here. is the real symbol of mascot that we use to promote Thailand tourism standard. And we have the reason to set up Thailand tourism standard. First one, to improve small medium enterprise of tourism industry. Why? Because when they have the standard, they can benchmark themselves, they can improve themselves to meet up with our standard. For example, the public restroom or the accommodation, the hotel or the homestay, that they have to cleansing and neatly arrange all the things with fully flow of the weather inside their house, inside their homestay, and also to improve our organization to catch up with international standards, and to work fully with more efficiency. That when we have the standard, to make sure to meet to benchmark, for example, the restaurant crews, all the boats and all the buses and van as well. We have the standard to make them more work efficiently. And we're also taking care of even though the driver or the chauffeur of the van and also the chauffeur of the boats as well, that have to meet the quality that what they have to wear during their on duty or what they have to taking off. And another thing to set up the standard is to be acceptability from international of creating confidence from tourists. Yes, of course, trustworthy. That when you see the sign of our little elephant, this one, it means that they already passed and meet our criteria of Thailand tourism standard. And when other tourism industry sector supply chain from Thailand, they meet up with the Thailand tourism standard, so they can be competitive to the tourism industry from all over the world. Advantages to acquire our standard from tourist insight is create fairness. So it means that they will set up the price that's fair with the product and service, and the tourists will see the price clearly. It means that it will not mark up later, or it will be high on their back, that they will be charged more and more. When they get the standard, they have to make that price clearly. Yes, of course, I'm talking about tourist attraction. I'm talking about tour guide package. I'm talking about the package and even the accommodation, okay? And worst in it means that it's reasonable price. Fairness and reasonable price. Product, service, and price go together. That makes sense for the tourist willing to buy. Feeling confident when travel. Yes, when the tourists see the sign of our little elephant, they can be reliable, relaxed. Yeah, you can trust this little elephant. And last one, a variety standard choices. So in our standard is cover almost activity. We have totally 56 types of standard that cover almost everything: activities, services, and homestay. And the advantage for tourism, small, medium enterprise themselves is to up-level tourism services standard, up-level themselves for their service to meet up with our criteria, and also creating confidence among travelers. When the SME present that they got the sign, they got the standard from Department of Tourism, it create confidence among travelers for them to choose this accommodation. Getting support from government sector. Yes, getting support from us, from Ministry of Tourism and Sport, because you need the criteria, you need the standard of our Thailand tourism standard. We get more and more support by more recommendation, by what? By see other criteria that can apply to you, by promoting. Last one, to our nation. What the Thailand tourism standard create advantage to our nation? Better image of Thailand tourism. But because we have the service that meets standard. We have the attraction that meets the standard. We have the attraction that can apply available to all tourists. Or in another word, tourism for all. Yes, anyone can access to our tourist attraction. And lifting up Thai tourism industry quality. When everything set up into standard requirement, lifting up the quality of Thai tourism, increase competitiveness. And last one, on the other hand, increase high quality tourists. Yeah, because when we see the mindset of tourists, they're looking for standard. They themselves we benchmark themselves to be as a high quality that only use the service that meet the standard. The procedure of Thailand tourism standard. First thing, we drafting and improving the criteria of the standard and adjust type of standard. And then we promoting and developing. We promoting and we educating. We recommending our tourism small and medium enterprise to know how to prepare themselves to meet up with the standard, and we developing them. And last one, when they know what to do with their homestay, when they know what to do with their accommodation, and also the van and also the boat, we evaluate them. And then we issue them the certificate of Thailand tourism standard. Here are the 56 types of Thailand tourism standard. We divided into 3 categories. First one, services and activity, composed of 36 standards. Yes, this one regarding as adventure park, food, bus, rafting, hotel, halal, trekking, van, resort, little halal, boat, log climbing, apartment, street food, camping, bird watching, guest house, restaurant cruise, elephant camp, butterfly watching, pontoon, long stay, eco lodging, plant washing, restroom, souvenir shop, jet ski, driving, information center, jewelry, bicycle, canoe or kayak, handicapped elderly student, that the one who taking care have a license for this one, or the center, we also have the standard for that. Department store and healthy press, or the spa press, or the one that regarding the medical services. Last one, homestay. For tourist attraction, we set up 17 standards for tourist attraction. Ecological, agricultural, geomorphology, natural, waterfall, island, historical, beach, green city, culture, rapid, hot spring, recreation, cave, attraction management, art, and last one, community based. And we also set up for the profession, three standard for profession is tour business or tour agency, tour guides, and last one, tourism and entrepreneur. It's regard all the entrepreneur regarding tourism services. And this one, all over the country is using this 56 standard. Symbol, here is the 2 symbol of Thailand tourism standard. First one on the left hand is Thailand tourism standard. The other one, the one that have an elephant and also the mascot one, issued to all 56 standard. For example, food, bus, hotel. But on the right hand side is the spatial symbol only issued to the homestay. The accommodation of the homestay that meet our requirement and was evaluating past the criteria will be issued the homestay standard. This one. Here is the example of old top villages. Ban Hoi Hom, Mae Hong Son is the north part of Thailand. Okay, this is the one that's surrounded by all the tree, and this is the real village that open for the homestay service, and also this is the real one that they have a chief by the side, and also the souvenir and everything. This is the real place that we went there and to promote them in terms of community-based tourism and in terms of the homestay for tourists, for the targeted tourists that they love to see lifestyle of the people over there. They love to stay with nature, and also another type of tourism services. And after this one, we also having what we say is a home lodge. Home lodge is another criteria for what? For the entrepreneur to open their house to service as an accommodation for tourists. The criteria of home lodge will be softened. We will soften it compared to homestay. It was created by our minister, Pipat Rachkit Paikar. This is he launches the policy for small and very rural farmer and everyone that who have accommodation, but really likely to open for the public, for them to stay with them in home lodge with only 4 criteria, that to meet up with the requirement. First one, of course, cleanliness. They have to set up their house, yes, the home lodge with clean and neatly, okay, with flow of the weather, anything, and also convenience. Convenient means reachable, both by bus, both by car, by airplane, reachable. Even though they're in the farm, but reachable. And of course, safety. When tourists stay, there have to be safety. And fairness. Fairness in terms of what? Fairness in terms of set up the price clearly. We know that how much per one night. What is the price? I have the picture, no, not really the picture, the clip that I went there to investigate, to checking up with the home lodge. But before we enter that, I already turn it on this video clip from the Thai tourism standard. So let's look up together for Thai tourism standard for the real life situation that one family prepare to set up their program to go out in Thailand. What they are looking for. Let's watch it together. Hang on.
ใครมีไอเดียอะไรบ้าง
ผมอยากไปทะ Everyone hear the voice theory, is it? Everyone can hear me, right? Hello? What's going on?
I think there's a problem with the audio of the video because actually we are not able to hear anything.
Okay, you're not able to hear anything, but you hear you see clearly with the screen, right?
Well, actually, yeah, we can see the image of the video, but actually the audio.
Okay, audio I can do it in this one. I can do with another speaker. Okay.
Okay.
วันหยุดยาวเนี้ยเราจะไปเที่ยวกัน ใครมีไอเดียอะไรบ้าง
ผมอยากไปทะเลลงเรือกินของทะเลสดๆครับ หนูอยากขึ้นเขา
ปิดไมค์พี่ยังอะ
ดูนกตามธรรมชาติค่ะ แม่ว่าเราลองเที่ยวแบบวิถีชุมชนท้องถิ่นกันดี
This one.
วันหยุดยาวเนี้ยเราจะไปเที่ยวกัน ใครมีไอเดียอะไรบ้าง
ผมอยากไปทะเล ลงเรือ กินของทะเลสดๆครับ หนูอยากขึ้นเขาเล่นน้ำตก ดูนกตามธรรมชาติค่ะ แม่ว่าเราลองเที่ยวแบบวิถีชุมชนท้องถิ่นกันดีไหม
ดีดีจะได้เปลี่ยนบรรยากาศกันบ้าง เอาเป็นว่าไปเที่ยวคราวเนี้ยใครอยากได้อะไร พ่อจัดให้หมด
เร็วครับรถของเรามารอรับแล้วครับ
สวัสดีครับรถตู้ขอบริการครับ
Yeah, biggest side of Thailand tourism standard from the van.
สวัสดีจ้า เราชื่อชูงวง ดีใจที่ได้เจอเธอ เรามาเป็นเพื่อนกันนะ ชูงวง เธอมาอยู่ที่นี่ได้ยังไงอะเราอยู่ทุกที่ที่ได้รับการรับรองมาตรฐานการท่องเที่ยวไทย หรือ Thailand Tourism Standard อย่างรถตู้คันนี้มีเราอยู่ ก็แสดงว่าเป็นรถตู้ที่ได้รับการรับรองไงล่ะเหรอตอนนี้พร้อมที่จะไปกันหรือยังพร้อมแล้ว ถ้างั้นไปกันเลยนะโมทำไมถึงได้เลือกร้านนี้ล่ะลูก เพราะร้านนี้มีช้างชูงวงรับรองครับ
This restaurant because this restaurant
คนไทย
have the side of
คุณภาพแน่
our
นอ
biggest
น
elephant.
เติมพลังกันเต็มที่แล้ว ทีนี้ก็ตะลุยเที่ยวกันให้สุดเหวี่ยงไปเลย
This is the attraction. Yeah, the waterfall.
ชูงวงเธออยู่ที่นี่ด้วยเหรอ บอกแล้วไง
They issue
ว่าเราอยู่
the
ทุกที่ที่ได้
standard
รับการรับรองมาตรฐาน
little elephant to the attraction, the natural attraction, and also the shop, the souvenir shop.
ถึงแล้วที่พักของเรา
สวัสดีจ้า ขอต้อนรับสู่โรงแรมของเรานโมมองหาอะไรลูก มองหาช้างครับ ช้าง ช้างเหรอจ๊ะ นั่นไง ขอบใจนะ ที่ไม่ว่าจะไปไหนก็คิดถึงเรา แน่นอนอยู่แล้ว ไม่ว่าจะไปไหน มองหาช้างไว้ สุขใจเสมอ จริงไหมล่ะ ถูกต้อง งั้นเราไปดูห้องพักกันดีกว่าลูก ครับ
So last one, they went to the homestay, and they're also looking for the side of the Thailand tourism standard, the side of the elephant. So, how everyone see it? This one. How is the reaction of this one? Hello.
It's nice. It was a cute story.
Yeah, it's good, but yeah, especially for the community-based tourism, this one is very famous. It's very recognized and also very high acceptable with this one, because right now the training is shaping to promote for the rural area and the tourists who love to see the lifestyle of the farmer of the rural part one. Nice. Okay. And as I touching about the home lot, that's the new project launched by our Minister of Tourism and Sport, the latest one that coordinating with the homestay, but the criteria is shorter, or just only 4 criteria. I really like to see the very latest one for the home lot that we just finished the investigate and to see how the real thing they look like this one. Okay. This is the sticker that's the side of home lot. when any accommodation that's part of the criteria, we will tear the sticker in the house. This one is being done. When the tourist can use, see the sign, the tourist can use this service as a home lot to stay. This is a very manual audio that we make it after we finish the investigation. This one. You see, from the real accommodation or the house of the farmer, right? They use it as a home lot to open for the public to stay over there. And the highest target from our side, from our government sector, is to create revenue to them, to create more jobs to them. This is from the southern part that's called Nakhon Si Thammarat, southern part of Thailand. Yeah, but we have the home lot all over the country, north, south, east, and west. Yeah, you will say like from very normal, simple farmer houses to the very kind of up level vacation house. Anything we open for every time, but the price will be different, depend on the owner of the house we set up according to the quality of the house that they open for service. You will sometimes, yes, you will see the vacation house of the owner that they open for home lot. Why not? Okay. Back to presentation. Okay, and how about the home lot or homestay style in your country? Do you have the same criteria, same category, or open for the public as well? No.
Everybody, so would you like to share the home lot or homestay in your country with the guest speakers? Because we're talking about the standard of the accommodation for the visitors. Anybody want to share something? Hello?
Yeah, I love to hear that.
Hello?
Anything, or you can use it.
Of course.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Why don't you
yeah.
tell me something like,
Yeah, okay.
from where, which country? Because I didn't see the speaker.
So we close the slides for a
Yeah.
moment, and then we
Yeah,
discuss
why
with
not?
other participants. Yes.
Yes, please.
Hang on.
Well, in my case, well, this is Marcos from El Salvador once again, saying hello to every one of you. What I want to say is that it's quite impressive, you know, like all the things like the policy of the homestay. And I think that it makes way more dynamic the national economies, because if you have a home and, you know, like if it's got the conditions in order to lease it for the tourists, it actually provides like good chances, you know, like as I have mentioned before, to improve the economy. But
Yes,
in
exactly.
order to lease your house, I mean, you gotta follow some guidelines, you know, like few like few
Yeah, they
rules.
have
you know,
the
like-
criteria, right? And a model for you
yes,
to follow.
yes,
this
yes, yes,
one.
yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
very
Like,
nice.
you gotta
Yeah.
follow
And-
some
Uh-huh.
criteria in order to lease your house to the tourists. You know, like for example, clean running water.
Good.
For example, good floors, good ceilings, the internet connection.
Yeah.
Basically, it has to be a top-notch, modern place if you want to lease it, and it's quite impressive. And here in El Salvador, we still haven't done that thing yet, but I think that it will be kind of impressive to do it in the
Yeah,
future.
I highly recommend this one because this is a very directly create revenue to the farmer because they use their own and they just manage it neatly and cleanly. And this one, and also I would like to touch up more the activity of the real farmer. For example, the village of the fisherman in the south that I already went there to visit. Also, they have the activity for the tourists to sit on the boat with them. It's like the real fisherman. They're looking for the small little chip or the big fish from the sea. You can go there as a tourist to see the activity of the real fisherman over there. Yeah,
You know,
add up all the
before-
activity. Mhm.
I had heard about this, like when you lease a house or any property, but you know, like I think that many of us we have heard about the our Airbnb or something,
Uh-huh.
but the things that you are doing right here is like done by the government itself, right? It's not like a private sector who's doing this. It's actually like the government who is like providing these standards, right? These criteria in order to lease these places, right?
Mm-hmm. And also feel that this is testable. It's already approved by the government. That is the sense for the tourists to choose that service. Yeah.
I mean, in this case, both sectors are working, right? The public and even the private sector, they're working together as it should be.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
We need
thank you.
cooperation from both sides. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Not just from
cooperation.
our
That's it.
side as a government. Yeah, wow,
Okay.
very nice. Very nice selling. Thank you very much. Yes.
So thank you.
No,
thank you.
It was
Thank you.
such a nice example, the one you provided,
All
you
right.
know, like the videos, and it's quite understandable, you know, like easy to understand all the things that you have shared.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And I would like to catch up with the trend because it's a trend for the tourists from, like, for example, from Chinese tourists or from the foreigner. They love to see the homestay. Now the trend is changing. Yeah, they're not really go for, but we have the target for like 5-star hotel, but this is the big coming target. That's why we are seriously to improve
You
them,
know,
to develop
if
them.
I were a tourist, if I were in Thailand, I would do the same thing. You know, like instead of going to big and expensive hotels, I will go to a homestay. You know, like
Wow.
it's like 100% guarantee that you'll see more than staying at a hotel.
Especially the real life experience. But when we open for the toilets, feel free to let me know. Now I will prepare a very nice list of homestay for you. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Why not?
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so I'll give you my email so you can like give me more information about
but not just you. I will give to everyone. Don't worry. I will
Thanks
have
a
the list
lot.
for everyone. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who join
Thank
me
you.
this time? Yes. Why not?
Okay. So thank you, the gentleman from El Salvador. Okay, other
Wow.
countries you want to share experience or you want to give some comments or you want some suggestion from us? Just please feel free to do before we go further.
We create a forum for friendship to cooperate together. I love that.
Hello?
Yes.
Can I hear?
Sure.
Yes.
Namaskar. It's me, Rachana Pradhan from Nepal.
From
Yes.
Nepal.
And in our country, from eastern part to the western part, there are so many homestay. In the eastern part, there are homestay, and side by side they are doing the tea plantation. And in the middle part, the people are doing homestay. Side by side, they are doing the community-based
Forest. Forest.
Okay. And then in the western part, some of the homestay, they are engaging for doing the homestay, as well as they are preventing the culture of the Chaudhary group like that. And then in our country, their homestay are being popular for the internal tourist. Generally, internal tourist, they go for homestay and they use the local product there. And these are the process within our Nepal.
So is it the same style that they open their own or their own house for service for the tourists to stay, right? They're the same, right? Okay, good.
Okay. So is there any suggestions from your side for the homestay?
What? From my side, regarding what?
Regarding homestay.
Suggestion, right? You mean suggestion, right? Okay, good. So because I haven't seen the real picture of the one from Nepal, but I will tell you the criteria that we, like for example, just recently that I just got back from the south to see the homestay, to investigate the homestay. First of all, I see that, first of all, where the tourists will sleep. Where is their bed? Or even though that they don't have the very nice bed, but where they will sleep, how it look like, and do they come up with the prevent of the mosquito, because in Thailand have mosquito, and how about the restroom? It's very clean, and how about the trash that they prepare? And what we look at it, the trash with the cover, with the cover. Yes, this is the most important thing, the trash with the cover, not the open trash, because we see we prevent all the animals that will come to the trash and spread all the disease over. That's what we're looking for, and also the sink to wash the hand. So we looked at the very basically of hygienic, that when you stay in the house to see everything, and also the flow of the weather, and to see that is it safe to stay over there. This is the criteria that will, if the house or the accommodation part, we see the surrounding over there. Do they have the activity for the tourist room? And also, and the criteria for the passing the homestay. We don't expect just only to stay there in your house, in your farmer house. No, we like them to learn the culture, like them to learn the experience, the real life experience, that what real people over there do. I like them to do the same. Yeah, this is the actual, you add up more. When you add up more activity, for example, they go with the selling with the fisherman. This one can up more price for the activity and creating revenue to the village. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Where are you?
Timor-Leste. I'm sorry,
Timor-Leste, yes.
Open my
Timor-Leste, love
yes,
to hear.
Elisa.
Yes.
Elisa, go on.
Ajahn, thank you for the presentation. This is very interesting. I'm sorry that you cannot see me because I have problem with my video. I don't know why.
That's why I'm searching. Okay, but okay. Please express your idea, please.
Yes. About the homestay, just a follow-up questions that already asked by some of the participants. We often have a homestay. Of course, the homestay is very important, important because it is to support the local income, right?
Yes.
But we need to develop, to further develop it, we're seeking some of experience from other countries, including Timor-Leste, or including Thailand, sorry, to develop our, CBT, CBT.
Yes. Community based, okay.
In my, just to follow up questions to friends already asked. So from the way you explain, meaning that you support a local community, you train them, and then you advise them to prepare the the good place or homestay for the tourists. So normally,
I will tell you the procedure that we will launch that the program that we will have a training for the ones who are interested to open the house for the homestay. We're training how to clean and how to manage their house, how to meet up the criteria with the hygienic everything. And then when they know what to do, they prepare the house, and we go there to evaluate them and certificate them. That's the process.
So how long is take, Ajahn? How long is take for you to prepare them?
How long? For example, we have like training class like 1 week, and then but they will see other academic, right? Academic, like what to do for the reading stuff, and then they will make it into action. Yeah, the real action, what to do at the real place, what to do. We train them, we tell them what to do, and let them prepare nicely. And we make the formal schedule with the committee from Ministry of Tourism and Sport, from Ministry of Public Health, and from the local administrative over there. 3 organizations, 3 agents over there to evaluate and to sign for the certificate of homestay. Yes, standard.
That's very good, Ajahn. Thank you for the explanation.
Yes. So when you see the committee is mean that it's very formal and it's very meet with the rule and regulation. It's more touchable, and more credibility. Yes. Pecha, I love Pecha.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Dr. Thani Dapha.
Yeah, where you from?
Yes. สวัสดีครับ My name Sophia. I'm come from Kingdom of Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Yes, nice to see you. And also thank you very much for your nice presentation about community-based ecotourism development. From your side, maybe I misunderstand or I got many ideas from our friends around the world.
Good.
Let me would like to clearly about, as you mentioned, home lodge. This I just heard from your side. May I know more about home lodge? You mentioned in the slide. This concept, raised up from your government, isn't it or not? And also, my question is, what kind of differentiation between home lodge and homestay?
Okay, good.
And this the first my question. And second, my question, may you help me and also my friend around the world, what is criteria that you measure of between home lodge and homestay? Home lodge under the homestay or home lodge more than homestay? This I would like to want to know more clearly. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, very nice from our colleague from Cambodia. Okay.
Yes.
First one, I would like to clarify this one. Homestay criteria is more stickable. If you're talking about seriousness and stickable, homestay is more stickable. For the room, that is to me. But the cleanness, I think it's the same. But the criteria for the room and how to make sure it, and also the very neatly of the house and everything. But let me calculate this one. No matter home lodge or homestay, it have not to be 4, not more than 4 rooms to open for the service. So it means that if the resort or the hotel would like to change the subject, would like to change that title to be as a homestay or as a home lodge, they will not be qualified for that. Even though they have a 5-star service, even though they have a very high quality service, they will not pass the criteria. You have to see that there's some very tricky in this one. Because if you change your status, change status from hotel or resort into homestay or home lodge, you will have to pay a different tax. Revenue tax will be very different. So you have to see this some very tricky that hotel or the resort would like to change themselves transform themselves into homestay, but they will if they have not more than 4. So it means that now I'm approving everyone who want to join the room now. So it means that if you have not more than 4, you will be qualified for investigating for evaluation. So the first type, home lodge or homestay, you don't have you must have not more than 4 rooms, okay, in the total. For the registration, not more than registration to the Ministry of Interior, you might not have more than 4 rooms. Okay, in the category that you qualify for not have more room, we will see the room, right? We will have the chart for the criteria for the homestay that we see the flow of the weather and where is the entrance, where is the restroom and how they use it and how the surrounding everything. But the difference is home lodge more relaxed, more softer with 4 criteria. That's cleanness, right? Safety and fairness. And the other thing is convenient. That's it. We not really look into the detail like homestay. Not really look into the detail like homestay. To make it say, yeah, it's safe, it's clean, it's fair, the set up the price and it's convenient. Yeah, we give you the certificate for the home lodge. And the criteria measure, yes, the difference, as I told you that, yeah, the homestay is more seriously from that one. I don't have the criteria for the homestay right now, but I can tell it to you guys later to see the whole idea of how we measure for the homestay. But the home lodge just only the 4 criteria. Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
But normally, I recommend if other country, our California would like to do so, you can launch the project that you set up the homestay from the household of the farmer of the rural area that's interested to open for the public, right? Of course, first one, they have to be clean, right? They have to be neatly and have to be convenient, have to be safety. And the very basic hygienic and safety criteria have to be set up inside, of course, no matter what. Okay. And but the homestay will need more than home lodge is the activity and also the culture inside that everyone go there have to have that experience. That's what we require from homestay more than home lodge. That's why we call homestay. Yes. Wow. I love challenge. I love experience from all over the world as well.
Okay, so we have
one question from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm Jack from Kyrgyz, the Republic of Kyrgyz. Yes.
Republic of what?
Republic of Congo.
Yeah, Congo. Okay, good.
Kyrgyz. My number is 24. You can see on the list. Anyway, first of all, thank you for the presentation. It's very informative and interesting. I have one question on the Thailand tourism standard. Because in our case, the standard is not only for the accommodation itself. So we apply the standard to all other services and products that connect with the accommodation. So the Thailand tourism standard is also applying to the other services like transportation.
Yes.
Services.
Van, buses, yeah, everything that have a service for the tourist.
Thank you. That is my question. Thank you.
Yes, because but I would like to add up on that one. The public transport, the van and the boat and also the restaurant cruise and also the buses. We taking we see all the facility that have to meet up with our Ministry of Transportation as well. That inside have meet up past that very seriously criteria of the Ministry of Transport, and then come back for the tourism side for us that they have to be nicely whatever, but safety is comfort. But most importantly, we look at the driver or the chauffeur who are responsible for that public transportation as well. That's what we are seriously looking at, to give them the criteria that they need to meet up that one. So we have to look at both the vehicle and also the chauffeur who is responsible for that. But thank you.
Is it okay to share the criteria for the Thailand tourism standard? Is it possible to share the criteria? Because we can see.
Yeah, it's possible to share the criteria of what of Thai standard board, right? For example, for the Thai standard board.
Yes.
Yeah, for example, this is the. Hang on. I have the project of the Thai standard board that just launched at the end of last year. That have the very websites in English that you guys can join for the Thai standard board over there. Okay, I will send to the chat to the room. Okay, this one.
Mm-hmm. เขาจะแชร์นี่อยู่เขาจะแชร์ไฟล์
Okay, here you go.
Are you sharing the details?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I still not see it.
Okay. And where to put it,คะ? Where put it in the chat, เหรอคะ?
What's the link or what?
Yes. Put the link.
If the link, you can send it to me. I can.
Okay. No problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but while I'm sending, and anyone can feel free to talk. Okay. And we will go for the CHA and another criteria CHA from the tourism authority. Yeah. And I will back to my presentation.
Okay.
Okay,
so for,
I will share. Yes.
Okay, so for the link, I transfer it to participants.
Yeah,
okay,
later.
Don't worry.
Okay,
yeah, later.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
So,
and then we back to continue to our presentation. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Later on, if my colleague would like to share with me, feel free to do so.
Okay, so the first one would be the tourism standard in Thailand, and the second one would be another new standard that we are sharing. Okay. Okay.
Good. So everyone see the slides over here, right? Okay. It's already shared, isn't it?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So wrap up again back to my presentation. You see the whole picture of the homestay that certificate issued to over Thailand, right? For the north part is 59 versus northeastern part. Yes. Once again, our northeastern part culture is very interesting to the foreigner or to the tourist. You see the activity that how they do with the cotton to weaving as a cotton shirt and everything. You see the activity or how they growing or how they're planting the rice at the rice farming. And from the central part we got 41 places, and from the south we got 16. But you will see the overall picture is 195 only. Why? Because we just are developing and getting more people, more farmers, more urban people to come enjoy more and more. Now the number we're getting up and up. This one, the 195 places, the one who already passed the criteria. But the home lot, you see the number of the number of the home lot. I haven't grabbed it up, but the number of the home lot we just recently released this year. It's like 6 months or 5 months roughly. It's already past 1,000. You see the total difference. The home lot already reached 1,000 places, but homestay only 195 because the criteria and also the limitation to become the homestay, and the very more flexible to become the home lot. So the criteria is another important factor for you to adjust, for you to look at for them, to facilitate them to create more value. Okay, and once again, this is the total criteria that we issue to all the activity. The total criteria is 1,492 for the total Thailand tourism standard strategy. We divide into hotel and resources, 136 places, and homestay, 195. Long stay, it's long stay, but it's the real long stay. It means that you stay there more than 6 months, you stay there more than a year. So, and we have the criteria for long stay. Normally for the foreigner who like to stay in Thailand for longer, or for the patient that who would like to recover themselves, they stay in the long stay. And we also have the criteria for that to meet the standard. And also that I highlight here is ASEAN. We also have ASEAN standard, but limit only to some category. For example, public restroom, spa, homestay. Yes, once again, we have homestay as a criteria for Thailand homestay. And we have the homestay as a criteria for ASEAN homestay. Yeah, and of course, community-based tourism. What is the requirement for community-based tourism? One thing, they have a homestay inside. One thing, they must have the activity for the tourists to learn, to touching the experience over there. What this look like? Tourists must have that experience to stay as a community-based tourism. And also the tourist activity, like for example, trekking, bird watching and rafting. We have the criteria on that. How safe is the equipment? For example, for the jet ski, and how was it? To see that. And last one, product and services. We have 1,013 places. Restaurant, cruise, souvenir shop, and van. So the overall picture. Now we come to CHA. CHA is what? CHA is this one. The Amazing Thailand Safety and Health Administration CHA project. So this is the CHA is help in what? First thing, it's after the COVID-19 pandemic, right? Our tourism part of the government sector had to create some measure, some rule and regulation to enhance the confidence of the tourists from both domestic and internationally, for them to trust why they are traveling. So we cooperate with Ministry of Public Health, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, and Ministry of Tourism and Sports. So 3 main organizations cooperate together. With the working inside of corporate group is Department of Disease Control. Yeah, this is the main thing. The main organization who run this program. Disease Control, Health, Department of Health, and also Health Services supported. So from all the Ministry of Public that who are taking care about the pandemic, or JOIAS, the main organ of JOIAS, to what? To make tourism a part of Thailand, disease prevention measure, and ensure that once again, both Thai and foreign tourists have a positive experience. So they will rarely get in touch with the disease, or we do our best to protect them from that one. Yeah, of course, the criteria of course have to limit what? Limit people to participate in that particular area with the limitation of the number of people who can go inside, how many people. And we keep distancing. And of course, every shop or every attraction had to prepare with what? Alcohol gel, right? And everyone had to wear the mask before entry into the place, before entry the attraction, or before entry the department. So everyone had to wear a mask. The tourists who will not wear the mask will not allowed to do so. Yes, we create the confidence in sanitation, safety standard of Thailand tourism. We combine public health, safety measure, and establishment high quality service standard. Inspecting the checklist and certify the result of improving workplace according to CHA. So we're inspecting them, the one who qualify, submit in the online for submit, and we go there for inspecting them. If they pass the criteria, the CHA criteria, we will issue this side of CHA criteria to them, to the public place, that this restaurant, this workplace has passed the criteria. So it means that tourists can go inside with the prevention of COVID-19. Yes, to reduce the risks and prevent of the spread of COVID-19. And once again, China itself have their own 10 types of activity. So it means that the criteria divide that into 10 types. First one, dinner or restaurant. Second one, hotel accommodation meeting place. So the you see the sense of the page that people getting together must have the chart criteria. That's the idea. Third one, recreational activity or tourist attraction. Transportation, yes, bus, anything. Travel agency, health and beauty care shop, whatever. For example, hairdressing and beauty spa, department store and shopping center, sport for tourism, theater, entertainment and activity. Last one, souvenirs, shop and other shop. This is the real situation. Just take place last week. This is where I participate, witness of the CHA issuing award presentation by the Governor, Tourism Authority of Thailand. This one. This is the Governor, Tourism Authority of Thailand, and beside one in the man in the suit is the CEO of the minor group. Minor group who, or what they do for the minor group? First one, they do the pizza. Yeah, the pizza company, and the coffee cup, and also the Swensen, right? Swensen, yeah, Swensen, and also this one, that's it, yeah. Sizzler, Burger King, Dairy Queen, Bonchon, yeah. This one we issue, right? We see, right? Minor group belong to the category of restaurant. So they qualify for CHA, right? CHA symbol CHA certificate. So they issuing, right, by the Governor of Tourism Authority of Thailand. This one I witnessed last week. This one. This is the product. So it means that to create confidence for the tourist or for the customer who enter the restaurant with the what? The touchable, the delightful that this place have what? This criteria to prevent us from COVID-19. Yes, they have the gel alcohol. They have the limited number of people who can go inside. And also the chef and everything that have to wear gloves. Yeah. This is the scheme aimed to create confidence after the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. So we issue this one, not just the minor group restaurant, also another restaurant, also the department store, for example, Central World, Siam Paragon, everyone have to have the chart. If there are the department store open to the public, have to pass this category. This is the one that just took place last week. So once again, TAT Award CHA certificate. TAT is the Tourism Authority of Thailand Award CHA certificate assigned a serial number. Yes, this is the CHA certificate must have serial number. They have their own number for this CHA certificate to successful entrepreneur and to record it in the database. We have a list of database. The entrepreneur or the workplace that's passed the CHA certificate. And also we revoke it. We get it back. Yeah, we cancel it. If that entrepreneur failed to comply with the CHA standard. When we go there, you pass it, you meet up with the criteria. Also it happens in the same at the homestay, every standard that we already give. If you fail to comply behind our back, you didn't do it. Yeah, we take it back. Why not? CHA also provides sanitation and safety standard for tourists. This is the whole idea. So after that, we always have a device or post audit after we issuing the SAR via the online system to see the feedback for further improvement. Okay, so this is the chart. I would like to pause for here for the you guys that can share with me for the criteria that released after the COVID-19 pandemic. That in other countries that like to share with me for the CHA experience, the prevention measure like CHA, you can feel free to do so. 10 category. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any question and concern to touch up with this topic? Yeah. Or I will pass to another one. So now the very like the very first priority for after the COVID-19, everyone looking for a child. Yeah, because this is the when we are promoting for all the tourists and customers to go to the press, to travel to the press where has child certificate. So we are so promoting them. So this is the very very popular, very most welcoming for the entrepreneur to acquire to be qualified for the child symbol. So in your country, do you have any very obvious symbol presentation award like this one after the COVID-19? Can feel free to join with me. Yeah. Yes, Cha. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I'm Johnny from Brunei.
All right.
I just like to.
You
ask,
can back to the. You can stop my screen now and back to the scene.
Yeah. I just want to ask maybe one or two questions regarding about the safety and health of the homestay and also the tourist attraction.
Okay.
For example, do you have a committee to look after this health and safety? For example, like the homestay. Here in Brunei, we also looking at the structure of the homestay. As you know, for the tourism sector, we are not expert on the building material. We are not expert in the safety of the houses. So we are relies on other government agency, for example, like the Public Works Department. And also we are not expert in the, for example, food poisoning or the regarding about the ingredient of the foods. Okay, so we rely on the Ministry of Health. So in Thailand, do you have this committee with you? And if there's any other community involved, for example, the private sector. Okay, that's my first question. Okay, the second question, once you are issued the certificate, to give a green light to the homestay or the places of interest to operate. Okay, how long this certificate can be used? Is it for 6 months, 1 year, and then you need to review it again after that? Okay, so yeah, thank you.
Okay, first question for the committee. Once again, we have like three organizations have to inspect together and have to have the signature approved to the entrepreneur. That's part of the criteria of the homestay. First one, yes, me, Ministry of Tourism and Sport, or in the name of Department of Tourism. Second one, Ministry of Public Health, that we join as a committee to join us to inspect like the safety, the hygienic of the house, the restaurant, and also the food. We not really see that how good what is, but we see how safe with the cleanness. And because we have our Thai own recipe, so let them feel free naturally to cook for the customer, but we see how hygienic it is. Okay, and the last one, the administrative, like from the Ministry of Interior. So the one that who can offer, they have to have household registration. They have to have household registration to register at the homestay first. So it means that they pass the basic criteria of the household registration to compose as this household register under what name, under whose name. Belong to what honor, and where is the address, where is it? So we see the real, that's past the role of the Ministry of Interior. So three main organizations, okay? Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Public Health, and also Ministry of Interior, okay? And second one, very good question on touching that. How long for the criteria will last, or how long for the certificate will last? 3 years. 3 years. We really why is after 3 years. We not just call them, oh, how are you when finished here? No. We go there and see how it look like. Is that the same or something getting better? And we reissue it, the new one. So it means that from 2020, this one, and until 2023. After 2023, we see it and we evaluate and we issue another one from 2023 to 2026. Good, very nice, touching on that.
Okay. Any other questions or any other
Please,
comments? Yes.
please.
Okay. Go on.
Thank you for your sharing presentation.
Dr.
It is
Heba
benefit.
from Egypt. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for sharing this presentation. It is benefit in this time to give us a lot of information how to apply the measure of safety to attract a lot of tourists in any country. But my questions, how Ministry of Tourism to apply or enhance safety and health administrations, which way to inspect about this in all restaurant or to hotel in all places.
Okay, apply this criteria in the context of COVID-19 pandemic or what?
Can't hear you.
Okay, I mean, Can't hear you,
sorry.
Yeah, okay, so doctor, I would like to know that you apply the criteria of in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic prevention or what? That's what you are asking. In what
time.
area?
Egypt.
Huh? No, that's it. Why don't you wrap up for me, please?
Can't hear you. What do you mean, please?
دكتورة هبة بيسألوك إذا كان في خلال البانديميك ولا لأ؟
Huh?
Can you repeat your
pandemic?
During the pandemic, isn't it?
I can't hear you.
Dr. Heba, can you hear me?
No, can't hear you.
He said in the pandemic.
Yes, hear you.
Okay,
what do you mean? What do you mean, please?
Huh? Okay.
What do you mean?
Okay.
I hear you.
Okay, you hear me now. So you want to know how to apply the criteria of the one during the COVID-19 pandemic,
yes,
right?
The pandemic, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, in the pandemic.
Okay. So first of all, our national, right? National organ prevent COVID-19 prevention center. This one, they export the policy that everyone, right, have to wear the mask to prevent themselves to keep distancing. I think every country have it, keep distancing for distance, social distancing. Yes, social distancing. But for that everyone have to cooperate with that one. In that social distancing, for example, wearing mask, limited number of people to keep washing our hand with or washing the hand. That particular criteria, we apply from the main point of the COVID-19 Prevention Center. We apply that criteria into CHA administrative, and then we issue it. We see the restaurant follow the criteria of the prevention of the COVID-19, and we let them comply with that. For example, they have to have what? The space, how to say that? The Miller space, right? That have to separate the customer, for example, from one table to another table, separate them. I think in your country you will have it. We have the Miller that separate them, for example, and we set up the table that's very scattered, not crowded, that connect together. So this criteria we apply to the restaurant or even to the department store that have the very limited entrance, right? Everyone have to pass the scan for the temperature, for them to pass the scan, and then we have the guard or the security guard to remind everyone to wear the mask. If the one who didn't wear the mask, we will ask them to buy it or will not allow them to install. So this particular criteria we apply to all category activity for that open to public health. And in order to make sure it will be success to prevent it, but it will according to the concept of social distancing. the measure or the action plan that regarding to social distancing we apply to the criteria. That's the whole idea. So
Okay.
is that any other question? Okay.
Okay, anybody want?
Doctor, yes. My name is Renata from Indonesia.
Okay.
My number is 21.
Yes.
Thank you for your presentation before. As you mentioned before that for safety and health administrations, the main of the requirement for restaurant or public health to reopen during this pandemic, right?
Yes.
So the certificate safety and health administrations the validity period is same with the tourism standard quality or different period only or same 3 years for the validity certificate period.
I think I will answer like this one. So it's different type. I would say this one. It's different type. It doesn't mean that you get the tourism Thailand tourism standard, right? It's not automatically you receive the CHA administration. You have, or if you have the CHA administration, you will not automatically receive the Thailand tourism standard because each of type of standard have their own criteria and have their own committee for them to pass the certificate to each sector, to each entrepreneur. So afterward, before the pandemic, they will not have the COVID-19 measure this one, right? But after the COVID-19, yes, entrepreneur must have two type of this one. Yes, answer this question.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, very nice. Very nice, clarify. Yes. You guys can still give, thank you. I will touch my last presentation of filming in Thailand, okay? Back to my screen, please. Okay. I touched my last presentation of filming in Thailand. This one. Okay, so another highlight to come to Thailand. Yes, film production in Asia. Thailand boasts a long history as an international film hub, which can be traced back to 1970. Yes, we already happened with James Bond, The Man with Golden Gun, and The Deer Hunter. Yes, production was in Thailand. Why? Because we have incentive for the people who want to set up the production in Thailand. The new bill set up at 20% cash rebate. Yes, correctly, 20% cash rebate for production shoot in Thailand. Major rebate are we offered with any of the following criteria are met. Yes. What criteria are met? Local spending more than 15 million baht, approximately 1.4 million. Yes.
ต้องทำไง
Yes. Are you here? It's Kerry?
Huh?
Yes.
Dr. Panidapha, please.
Yes.
Can you just switch on the microphone?
Oh, I haven't switched on the microphone now.
Here is
Switch on the microphone now.
Yes, you have to unmute.
Unmute. Hello.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you now. We can hear.
I already talked and you guys didn't hear me, right?
You have to repeat again, unfortunately.
Okay, why not? Okay.
Okay.
So let me share the
You have to
screen
share
again.
the computer sound. You have to share computer sound.
Computer. And how about this one? Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you. Anybody hear her? It's
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
let
it's
me go
loud
back
and
and
clear.
look at it.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Very clear.
Let me go back there again. Yeah, why not? Okay, our last part of the morning session today is film production in Thailand. Okay, once again, Thailand is a boast long history as international film puff, right? Yes, back to 1970 when James Bond took a production in Thailand for the Man with the Golden Gun and the Deer Hunter. Yes, that's what production setting up in Thailand. Why? Because we have intensive, the new intensive setting up from 2017 that set up a 20% cash rebate for production shooting in Thailand. That we have the criteria to meeting with the cash rebate. First one, local spending. Local spending what? More than 50 million baht, right? Not less than 50 million baht. Approximately 1.4 million US, right? To Thai crew or to Thai company hiring them, right? For the project that not less than 50 million baht and obtaining filming permission from the Film Consideration Committee. Yeah, this is important one. Obtaining filming permission. So it means that before you enter Thailand for production, you have to submit the paper for the permission. We have the procedure to submit the paper for the permission that you want to have a production to filming and to shooting in Thailand. When you get approved that permission, you will allow to filming in Thailand, and also you will be qualified for what? For cash rebate when you meet the criteria. For example, this one, main incentive is 15%. You will get definitely 15% with what? Additional 3% for hiring key personnel. So it means that you use the film production professional, Thai professional for filming in Thailand. You get another 3% and 2% more for promoting. Yes, help us promote our country. You get another 2% to promote a positive image of Thailand in terms of tourism and culture. Yeah, I think everyone see the Lost in Thailand that from the Chinese, right? From Chinese movie. This one that was a very successful, and our Chiang Mai, right? Chiang Mai province was right overnight successful, overnight popular, just overnight successful from the movie of Lost in Thailand. That one was a very nice experience that filming Thailand and help us to promote Thailand. Okay, why? Because we have a strength of Thailand. Yes. What strength is it? First one, talent. Talent. Why? Because we have a large number of experience local crew for hire, and they are highly skilled and are familiar with working on international production. Yes, from 1970, that already happened. Why not? And a wealth of both technical and local knowledge, and the expertise will be an asset to filmmaker shooting in Thailand. Yes, and also local supplier are on hand to provide equipment with all kinds for hire, and eventually feature the latest state of the art to essential for modern film production. So it means that all the valuable equipment is ready to use as a professional. Next, hospitality. Hospitality, yes. Why Thailand is hospitality? The convenient facility that are spread across the country, which are catered to even the most compact production. Dedicated to service, we have service mind and a promise to surprise and delight clients, even when they face with unexpected challenges. Yeah, political circumstance, whatever, we are ready to serve. Yes, Thai staff is service mind by nature. Sorry, we are service mind by nature. And last one, kindness and generosity turn support into a one-step service. Why? The staff are ready to assist you beyond the duty of their job. Even though it's not my job, but we're willing to serve you. Last one, location. Yes, Thailand is welcoming filmmakers from around the world to explore the amazing kingdom. Whether the production called for Thailand abundant nature splendor is holistic, historic town, right? Nature and history sites, and also what? The grammar of it towering skyscraper. Okay, to see the view from the bird eye view, and the availability of elephant, exotic jungle, and besetting, have made our country an attractive. Like many Hollywood and Bollywood film and other international production, find Thailand as an imagination of every filmmaker. This one, last bit of today. That we got the description from KSTV is Thailand had a solid international reputation as a Southeast Asian production hub with good equipment and resource and a strong crew base. There's a half of post-production of Southeast Asia offer a high quality service and value for the money. And also upgrade digital platform and to with up-to-date technology. So it means that we are ready with the resources for location, and also in terms of production of the crew, we got the high technology people to serve them, like animation behind the success of Zootopia and Frozen. Yes, from Thai people. While the animation and computer graphic industry has been constantly growing. So when you come to Thailand, both location and professional people are ready to serve you. And why I'm talking about this is because in Thailand, not just the tourist destination, but also the filmmaker destination for them to set up the production. I think this one can be the model for your country to do so as well. I have a very nice, when they're filming in Thailand, this one that they're catching up in the video. This is I think this is worth to watch.
Right.
And this one, here we go. Stop it. Our last video clip.
Are you showing us a video?
Yes. Have you seen it?
Okay. Yeah. But it's not start yet. It's not play yet.
Yeah, it's not started. I'm preparing.
Okay.
So,
That's all the production that take place in Thailand. Mm-hmm.
Listen to Anthony. The tune is skills. I've been waiting too long to get even with you.
You have 36 hours to eliminate all the targets on this list.
I spent my whole life saying big man to die. You have a knife. You'll have to die. So, can't testify. Again. Testify. Unless they're dead. So mine. Put your hands up.
So see the other the scenic production from Thailand, and I would like to end my presentation with this one. That once again, now we are still promoting our film production in Thailand, but we also have the measure that to prevent the COVID-19. For example, every film production company that enter to Thailand have to have the state quarantine for 14 days. All the worker, all the everyone, all the actor, everything, every worker who come to Thailand still have the state quarantine for 14 days. When they submit the permission, right, to set up the production in Thailand, and they come to Thailand, they enter to the state quarantine, and they follow all the rule and regulation that requirement to prevent the pandemic. Yes, once again that. Okay, and I think we have a little time left for the question and concern. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can anybody hear me? Hello, can you hear?
We can hear you.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, yes.
What we have learned today, we learned about the tourism quality standard, and we went to the like a home lot or homestay, the criteria or the guideline regarding to the home lot and homestay, and also we introduce you the sign of CHA, as I mentioned on the first day about the safety and health administration, that you need to look for that sign when you go somewhere in Thailand, because after the COVID-19 outbreak, we try to introduce the safety way for us. So I think the certificate for CHA or show something to convince you that we are safe is still very important for a while. And I think you can apply what you have learned from our Ministry of Tourism and Sport to your country. And in case you want to share something, so please feel free to share what you have learned or what you want to do some benchmarking regarding to what we are learning today. So please, anybody?
Well, in my case, once again, this is Marcus from El Salvador. I just want to say thank you to this girl, to the woman who today gave us the presentation. I like the style and the way she was explaining the whole thing. And yeah, you know, like it's quite impressive, like how Thailand it actually like tries to boost its image through filmmaking, because personally I have seen a lot of music videos and movies where the plot it's been developed in Thailand, you know, like it gives like that extra touch to the movies. Like for example, I have seen a music video from a DJ called Dumont, and the song is I Got You, you know, like that's the name of the song. And yeah, it's pretty impressive. But what I like most about the presentation she did is about the homestay, you know, like the criteria and the whole thing that the people, you know, like that people must follow in order to be able to lease their homes. And once again, I just want to say thank you and hope that someday we might be able to go to Thailand, because we're actually missing and wishing to go there. Thank you.
You will, no matter what, you will. Yeah, but thank you very much for your comment. You will, absolutely, as soon as we open our country for that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I already shared the slides that we seen today to the WhatsApp.
Yeah, thank you, doctor.
Yeah,
we
sure.
receive it.
And if anybody want to get some more detail, you can visit the website of the Department of Tourism. And I think Dr. Panidapha will share us other important link regarding to these topics of the tourism.
I will. Thailand Standard Board, and also the link of our department that will have all the detail of the criteria. You will see that.
Sure, yeah. And tomorrow I'm going to Suphanburi, because on Wednesday we're gonna be live on the real community in Suphanburi. So you're gonna see the activities that we will learn from that community, and also I'm gonna stay at the homestay for tomorrow night to prepare for the program on Wednesday for you. So you're gonna be with me in the community in Suphanburi on Wednesday. Okay, so please be ready for the trip with me. Okay.
And once again, make sure you see the style of a little elephant and also the style of homestay standard.
Of course, yeah. I try. I think I seen it. I seen that elephant sign and also the homestay standard as well. Okay. Anybody got any more comments?
This is Ayaz from Maldives, and I would like to check if you have if you can share us the regulation of homestay in Thailand, if you have an English translation.
Yeah, I will look for that in English. Yeah, I will try to look for that in English. Yeah. I will. Yes.
Okay. Also, I just want to know if we can get her email, because some of the information she has shared is very important. And I'm a college professor, you know, like I teach at the college, and some of the information that she has given, it will be such a nice example, or in the future, if I need any more information about the Thailand homestay projects, I would like to have her email.
Okay, Dr. Panidapha, would you mind to give us email, and if you can type on the Zoom chat, you can type it now if you like to, because you have the chat that you can type your email address.
Once again, thanks a lot.
Okay. I think she's typing her email address.
Already.
Yeah, okay. That's her email address. If you can have that email address, and if you want to keep in touch to get some more useful information, you just please contact her, okay?
And don't
Thank
forget,
you.
like every forum that please introduce yourself and from what sector that you guys are from, so I can know that.
Yeah, okay. So don't forget when you send her email to introduce you
Okay.
that you join this
Okay.
online training. And you see every
Okay.
day, it's today's day 4, on day 1 to day 3, I already record everything and post that to YouTube. And I already send you the link to the WhatsApp, and also I'm going to do it in Facebook today that you can link to the YouTube that you don't need to download. But if you want to download, you can download from the Google Drive as I send you the link before. Otherwise, you see it from YouTube, from my channel. Okay. Okay, if you don't have anything else, I will end the morning session for now. And we come back again at 12:30 of Thailand time. At 12:30 would be the next episode on the green tourism and sustainable tourism. So the guest speaker would come from university. She's a professor who teach in the tourism management. And also we have another guest from the ATA, from the Association of the Tourism Agent of Thailand. So we're gonna be 2 guest speakers in the afternoon. So come back again at 12:30. So now in Thailand it's 10 minutes to 12. I'm gonna go for a break for a bit, and we see you again at 12:30. Okay?
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Now, can you just turn on your camera and turn on your microphone and say goodbye for now and see you later? Come on.
Okay.
Goodbye.
See you later.
So thank you, Kun Tua. Thank you, Dr. Panida Pasonkel from Ministry of Tourism. So thank you very much for your time, and see you again next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much.
see you later. Thank you.
See you later.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay, I see you later. 12:30. Thank you. ครับ
The crisis, of course, we are all facing today is inevitable. No one could avoid it, right? Not just in Thailand. It doesn't only happen in Thailand or in Vietnam or in Indonesia. It happens around the world. So we, as the world citizens, we should memorize, we should know, we should keep in mind the importance of saving and of protecting our natural assets for the next generation. And that's just the key concept, and that's just the direction of us as a citizen have to go forward. Okay, so of course we cannot deny that tourism industry is emerging rapidly around the world. Not only in Thailand, not only in in Vietnam, not only in Malaysia, but of course around the world. We should be privileged for that, for this opportunity, the opportunity that our action today counts. It matters. What we do today matter for our kids in the future, for the future that is yet to come. Okay, so what we can do, we can drive tourism for a greater good in a sustainable way. Some of us may see that, oh, this is important. This is the direction that we need to do, that we need to foresee. But there's still plenty of people, plenty of resources that are still being abusively used. So this is important. A recent research, I like to share my what I discovered from the research. The recent one has shown that after this pandemic outbreak that every one of you have experienced, consumer behavior have changed, of course, as well as tourist behavior. People, including tourists, are more concerned about their health and hygiene because they have realized nothing would last forever, including their lives, including themselves, right? The second point that I have discovered, very important, very interesting. People are being more selective of their choice of products, including tourism destination, including tourism activity. Us as a host, us as a key player in the tourism business, us as a key player in tourism development. Do we take any note on that? They're more selective. They have more choices. They have more options to choose. Can we use the same pattern of tourism? No way. That will not bring you to success, right? what do we need to do? We need to follow trend. We need to understand their behavior. Then we need to understand what's important to them now. And today, the trend of tourists is concerning, is environmentally concerned, right? They want to go to places where they are eco-friendly. They can concern about the natural resources of the place they have visited. And the third behavior, people are becoming more environmentally conscious. What's that mean? That means they are more responsible of their action. And of course, if the tourists are concerned about the action, they also want to know if the host destination that they are visiting, do they concern about the product and the activities that they offer to the tourists? Are they concerned about the resources that are being consumed, right? So this is the important point. They are more eager to look for more eco-friendly alternatives to their daily activities, including when they travel. So they start to realize and pay more serious attention in terms of impacts of their actions towards the world in the society they live in. So this, I think it is a very, very essential and it's very interesting findings from the research. We, as a tourism planner, we, as a tourism policy maker, do we take note of that? We should, right? Now is the time. That said, all points mentioned here can be implemented and should be put in the curriculum. Me, as a professor in the tourism field, I see a very essential, a vital action that we need to do, that we need to prepare our students, that we need to prepare our next generation and younger generation to start to realize about the impacts of their action. Okay? I know it could be difficult for many tourism entrepreneurs to play by the book, to follow all the theories taught in class, what CBT, what sustainable tourism, everyone knows. But the important question is, can you implement those theories into practice? Okay, so that's the role of us. It's essential to have a clear and solid knowledge with a positive mindset in pursuing sustainability. So I am certain that despite all the difficulties, all the challenges that we are facing today, like COVID-19, everyone's facing this problem, all the disruption, and all the dynamic change in consumer behavior, in tourist behavior, change in tourist trend, we shall weather this storm together if we keep acting, or if we have the action, our action towards accepting and being green with a sustainable manners. So that's just my point of view for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kanokan. This is that's the point of view of the university. So we're gonna go for the association. So I have Ajahn Veera. He's gonna give some point of view regarding to the green tourism and sustainable tourism. Okay, go on.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nawasit. My name is Veera, representative for Association of Thai Travel Agents. Regarding talking about the sustainable tourism, first of all, I like to talk on behalf of the Thai tour operators in Thailand. Especially, we should be talking firstly about the nature given to us. And we need not to add on anything much at all. No construction, no facilities to place for the tourists, except the nature already given the best things to us. And that is the way we start the tourism in Thailand before we have many different, all kinds of the man-made, which is come up differently according to the package. The package of the tour started mostly for long time. It's a kind of nature tour and plus the culture. So this kind of program of the tour arrangement will make the program is more interesting to look at the way of life of the people. The gateway to come to Thailand as Bangkok. If we look back for the Bangkok in the olden days, see the river, see the canals, that's the original ways of life. Wherever they want to move to go, there's no road. And you can see the kind of the raft house, the people living along the riverside, the canal side. And later on, the tour could be made up the big tour program, which was very much popular here in Bangkok. Everybody comes, they will take the tour to the floating market, because that's the way they could see the actual way of life. But now we're talking about the tourism now has been changed so much, because the things in the olden days dying, and finally we have to move to another place which is a little bit far away from the city center. So this is the significance of having the kind of the community-based tourism arrangement, which we carefully select any village we should be passing along the way, along the routes of the tour program. We're supposed to using something else before the tour in Bangkok has been seen. So this sort of thing we very difficult to find now. We have to go further from the big city in order to see way of life of the people living originally by living in the Thai house with the floor high enough. If we go to the eastern part of Thailand, we have a kind of village tourism and see the people under the ground floor. They have a kind of the weaving machine, handmade. So this kind of thing they want to go back and see what we have done in the past. At the present time, we have to, based on the convenience way of traveling and facilitate with the modern equipment, many kind of thing add on to meet to the requirement of the tourists we have today. So for this reason, we have to understand the arrangement for the two different types of tourism. Mainly, we probably make it simple for the program arrangement. We found that as the inbound tour operator, we have the people from all over the world. We are welcome, but we have to know who are they. We can understand an arrangement should be done according to the requirement of those people. Like people from Asian countries, we probably have the number of days, not so many days. Probably somewhere around 1 week is long enough to make the arrangement from the big city and then go around for the minority destination nearby. And then we have for another type of group or tourists, those coming from the Western world, like from America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. And this is, we understand, they like to see more or almost to come to explore Thailand. So this sort of thing is very useful to generate the income to the small villages, which will be the interesting attraction for them. For these reasons, we have the more number of days, build up the package, should be starting from Bangkok after seeing the city, the temples, the palace. They have seen enough. Then they start moving to the most popular, the classic route is to travel up to the northern part of Thailand, namely Bangkok, Ayutthaya, Lopburi, Sukhothai, Lampang, Chiang Mai, and Chiang Rai. So along the main road here, we have to know the smaller road from the main road or go further to the back road. We can see something marvelous. That is the way of life of the Thai people living in the olden days still be existed. So make this kind of tours so popular. So this package, it could be from 7 days up to 15 days. This is, and it still be keep on going till the present time. And after that, the tour should be end up in the more relaxing island, beaches, that's mostly located in the southern part of Thailand. Fortunately, we have the Pacific Ocean. We have some other kind of attractions of the seaside, the coastal area. It's beautiful. And then cross to the western side of the Andaman Sea. We have the leading destination like Phuket, Krabi, so forth. So a lot of activities we have. No matter the people will go to the city, go to the villages, go to the mountain, to the river, and then further down, as when they finish the main tour, they fly directly to Phuket, to Krabi. It's the last relaxing part of the trip before they're flying back home. So this kind of a very good combination of the things we have, the nature, the man-made, this sort of thing. But most importantly, no matter where we go, where we take the people there, we have to be aware of what we have done to the nature. We should not going to damage any kind of thing up on the mountain, national parks, wildlife, trees, rare species of the plants, so whatever. We see the birds, bird watching is also very popular. And then talking about going further down to the ocean, to the sea, diving, the corals, different kind of colorful fishes, and diving is also very popular in many different islands we have. So the most important should be mentioned, could not go without it. Without the tour, have to be conscious on the conservation. And we try to reach to the term of getting to the top, if we could do, to have all kind of the attraction or destination protected and to be kept as the good sustainable tourism. So we will talk and go a little bit more details about it a little later. Thank you.
All right. So we have the different point of view, like from the professor, from university professor, and also from the one who work for the association. So anybody got any comments or any questions for now? So please do that. Who you want to ask, ladies or gentlemen? Because we have in different countries and different, but we work in the tourism sectors. So you might be able to get some idea or get some question to discuss with the two guest speakers today. Okay. Anybody want to say something about green tourism or sustainable tourism in your point of view, sharing with our guest speakers?
It would be nice.
It would be nice, yes. It would be nice to have a chance to discuss your point of view regarding to the green tourism and sustainable tourism in your country or under your responsibilities.
Hi, Najud from Qatar.
All right.
Firstly, I'd like to thank the key speakers for their presentation and their kind words about sustainability. And I awfully agree with how sustainability and green is very important. Qatar's aim for 2030 is to develop in a sustainable manner.
Yeah.
More than 30% of all our projects are sustainable development. Hearing from you, like, gives us more ideas and an open eye for all the ideas that we can develop here in Qatar. Yeah, that's all I would like to share, and thank you.
Okay, Dr. Kanokan, would you like to answer that? Would you like to give the comments on that?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again? The audio wasn't clear earlier.
All right, the lady from Qatar, can you repeat your question again, please?
No, I didn't have a question. I was just
comments. Comments. So just give the comments. He gave the comments. Yeah. Okay.
And that it's important to develop in a sustainable way.
Because I remember you mentioned about your country is modernized country. It's difficult for you to think of the CBT in your country you don't have like a community because your country is very, very modernized. So so thank you for sharing some comments then. So other country, yeah, sure,
So
yeah.
Good point. Thank you for sharing. I also like to share my point of view. I teach previous class with Chinese students about CBT concept, and most of the Chinese students, they were like, "Hey, professor, how can I make profit of that if I just present what the local already have and not adding any value to it? Why tourists would come? Why tourists would buy from the product from here?"
All right.
So, see, it's in the mindset of people. It's in the mindset of younger generation that they are looking at profit is the priority, is the most important thing. But I think in order to pursue sustainability, in order to pursue the green manners or the green tourism, I think we have to put aside the profit, have to put aside first. But what's more important is the mindset of keeping or saving or protecting the resources and sell from that. Use the authenticity, use the real thing, the localness as a product. And I think this is the new trend. I think this is becoming or emerging in terms of demand for tourists nowadays. Tourists doesn't want to see something like they have or whatever they have in their hometown. They want to see something real. They want to see something authentic, something that they cannot find anywhere else but here. So this is important point that we have to keep creating or keep building this kind of mindset to younger entrepreneur or youngster entrepreneur nowadays. So green tourism is part of our life. It's part of our action every day. So being environmentally friendly by preserving natural resources or by reducing our consumption or waste, reducing numbers of waste, we can do it every day in our life. It doesn't have to be only when we are tourists or when we are travel. So if we're preparing this, if we keep practicing this, make it becoming our normal routine, our new normal. I think sustainability is not too difficult to achieve. So that's just my point of view that I would like to share. Thank you.
Okay, I do agree with you. Okay, would you like to show some photographs?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Can I say something, John?
Yes, sure. Where are you?
Elisa from Timor-Leste.
Okay, Elisa from Timor-Leste.
Yeah. I would like to also thank two speakers for the informative sharing what Thailand is doing right now in terms of continue to develop its tourism sector. So I believe that every country have their own attractive areas, and we're talking about flora and fauna, of course, every country, but it's the matter of how to develop this. So by attending this course, this training, I think it's give us more idea, more alternative to develop our own tourism sector. So to be a green, I totally agree with Dr. Karakun that we also need to, to also introduce some of our authentic place that for tourism to come. So we have to make change all the time. And I totally agree that about we have to take action. Normally people say that they are talking about NATO. NATO is no action, talk only. So this is something that we need to change. So we change people's mindset, the government mindset about this. So Timor-Leste is working on that. So we are trying to develop our CBT as well, but it's still developed in the process of to do this better. So by attending this, I think we have more initiative, more things to do to improve our sector, tourism sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Elisa from Timor-Leste. Ajahn Vira, you want to add some more thing?
Yes, I just like to add from Dr. Panidapa in terms of the education for conservation of the nature. I think this sort of thing, it should be started from the young ones. Even for the kids, they start going to the kindergarten. And the best school to start first is from our own families. We have to teach them about the significance of the nature, and we should keep them in the good condition as the ecotourism, for instance. I think when we put up the education for ecology when they're grown up, it's too late. So this kind of thing, it must be the part and way of life of the normal people. Every walk of life, they have to be concerned about keeping the nature, because so much done today that we have done too much for our planet. Everywhere sharing the same thing, that we have similar problems about the air, about the wastewater. This sort of thing is affected. Our nature degraded, and it seems to be a long way to go to heal. And to make it better, it could be the most difficult thing. So we have to do from the small scale up to the upper scale and worldwide around the planet. We join hands thinking the same thing. The green heart has to go along. So I think we would like to hear from everyone that if we can make bigger noise and the effort trying to make the world, our planet, would be the better place to live. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
This is me from Nepal.
All right. Nepal.
Okay. I think to prevent environment, one way is IEE or EIA. That means initial environment examination and environmental impact assessment.
Right.
My number is 36.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Nepal there are some provision for developing project to do IEE. That means initial environment examination, as well as EIA for bigger project, environmental impact assessment. And I have the question that what kind of provision are there in Thailand about this?
Is that the comments or is that question?
No, there is the question. What kind of provisions of environmental assessment in the Thailand?
Dr. Kanawan, can you answer that, please?
Okay, let me repeat your question. So you are asking what
kind of provisions are there about environmental assessment in Thailand?
Environmental assessments in Thailand, right?
Yes.
Criteria we using, correct?
Yeah.
Provision of environment assessment.
The environmental assessment that we are applying.
Is there the provision or not? Is there such kind of provision or not in the Thailand?
Okay, in Thailand at the moment, speaking from the academic point of view, we are applying and we are following proposing that sustainability goal is the main practice. We use to follow that practice, and of course there are criteria according to each dimension.
Thank you.
But of course, we are living in the realistic world. I am being honest with you that not all provincial, not all the city, not all area in Thailand can or achieve the SDG goal just yet, but we are looking at the bright side. We are learning and leaning towards the sustainability according to the criteria proposed by UNWTO. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perhaps I would like to share a little bit more according to add up with the Thanachan your previous comment just now. Perhaps we have to stop pointing our fingers at other people and to say what they're doing wrong. Instead, rather we're looking back to ourselves, and we should start asking ourselves, what have we done right? And what was our action in the past has made a negative impact to the world, or even to society, or even to the community that we are living in. And that, I think, will be the big beginning and will be the new beginning of the better world towards the sustainable, towards the sustainability. So that's just something I like to comment and I like to add. Thank you.
Thank you. I like your word, that the new beginning to the better world.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody can share the case in your country with us and discuss what you are doing in your country regarding to the green tourism and sustainable tourism as well, if you want to. Cambodia. Sophia, would you like to say something about green tourism or sustainable tourism as you responsible on the Ministry of Tourism in Cambodia?
Yes.
Okay.
Again.
Sophia, go on.
Yes. Good afternoon, the key person. My name is Sophia again. I come from Cambodia. I working at Ministry of Tourism. Thank you so much for your presentation, both of you, and also very thank to all of us that share their own experience, their own information from their own country to this training course. Actually, from my side, Cambodia government can be sustainable tourism development. Our government rise up the two things. They focus green, not only green tourism. In Cambodia, they focus green and gold tourism to be sustainable tourism development. Green is mean eco-tourism. Yes. Community-based eco-tourism development. And gold is the right. In my country, export the right to Asian country and other Europe country also. This our government call gold tourism. And recently, due to COVID-19 outbreak, Ministry of Tourism, Kingdom of Cambodia, set up and follow up the policies. The policy is the name National Eco-Tourism Policy, and that includes domestic tourists due to COVID-19 outbreak. This point I would like to share with us, especially Dr. Ad and key person from my side, especially in Cambodia. And the second point is in the National Eco-Tourism Policy, our government focus on follow-up and renew on eco-tourism development. And also National Eco-Tourism Policy since 2019 and rise up monitor and evaluation 2030. This is the second point our government being follow up. And the third, this last point, Ministry of Tourism supporting activity to eco-tourism development. They focus on community-based eco-tourism development. So all in all, I would like to share all of these points. We can local benefit from domestic tourism during COVID-19, and also our government estimate about tourism increase maybe next 3 years. This in case of my countries. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing what you do in under your ministry.
Yes.
อะไรอีกไหมครับ
ก็เดี๋ยวถ้าไม่มีใครก็เดี๋ยวเสริมนิดหน่อย
Okay. Okay, if you don't have any more question, Ajahn Veera would like to add some more thing. You want to say a few more things? Okay, go on.
Yes, we love to hear our neighbors around us, among the countries that we have the land links, make our tourism arrangement to see whatever we have along the way. We could see the ecosystem between Cambodia and as well as the other country crossing to Laos and even go further to Myanmar in the upper part. We concentrate, the ecotourism is part of the important trip arrangement among CLMV, no matter will be from Cambodia, from Laos, from Myanmar. This kind of thing, since we have the land link, except crossing the Mekong River between Laos and Thailand, we have arranged many trips, and we, based on ecotourism, is one of the important things. Then even we considers kind of the being the tourism supply chains all along the way. If we just mention about the transportation, the way to travel is still be difficult, but for the future we can see this kind of the transportation and communication will be getting better. The road is getting a little bit narrow, but we can see the back road all along the way is worse. The nature and the villagers living along the roads, we still can see something like this. That is touching to the real life that we still could see them all along the way to the present time. So we like to keep it up. This sort of thing we also used to have in our country around the eastern provinces. So till now, this kind of good old charms is losing its own way because the way of living turned to be more urbanized, and the way of living it's changed. So sometimes we still have to cross to see the neighbor, something similar, but we can find the cultures and something else still be the good charms should be kept to be seen and also show to the people from different part of the world and crossing to join the trip around the ASEAN country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
John, I have a question.
Okay, sure. Where are you?
Timor-Leste, Elisa.
Elisa. Okay, Elisa, go on.
It's very interesting, all the presentations. So my question is that, is there any chance for us to come to Thailand for intensive training in some of the Thai tour operator? Is it possible, and what is the arrangement?
I would think so, because actually, if we could do the on-site training course as we used to do, once the participant joined the training, so he got experience, got a chance to visit some different places in Thailand anyway regarding to CBT, or even went to the ministry. So I think if we once we can travel again, and once we can organize the online CBT training, you'll be able to experience that. I hope in the near future.
Okay, John, thank you.
Thank you, Elisa. Okay, if you don't have
Hello,
any...
Professor.
Okay, go on. It's
Good morning.
Maha.
This is
Yeah.
Maha.
Maha from Egypt, yes.
Yes. I have a question.
Yeah.
How to valorize the value of the natural resources at any protected area in order to make a promotion for green tourism?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Hello?
Yes, go on.
I mean, how to valorize the value of any protected area in order to make more tourist attraction factors and to make promotion for green tourism.
Ajahn, can you answer that for the how to promote the
trip to the protected area?
Yes, the
As
trip to the protected
I've
area.
heard the main idea how to arrange the trip, going to visit some sort of the protected area. Is
What
that
are
correct?
the applied plans or strategies to develop such places?
Got any plan or strategy to?
Yes, we have a certain kind of zoning where we could be open to the public. For instance, if you like to visit the rich biodiversity of the jungle life, seeing the animals, some kind of the rare birds, we can go to some certain national parks now open to the public. But some kind of the bigger area, we also have a kind of the wildlife sanctuary, which is the ranked and selected as part of the World Heritage. So the limitation of zoning is some certain area in the small scale of the area, but we still can see some rare animals in the big conservation sanctuary, like Hue Ka Keng is in Uthai Thani province. They be allowed to walk in the distance around the 4 kilometers from the outside of the internal area, which are very much protected. So this kind we have to respect the rule of law. That's how much thing could be seen, and not to disturb or the kind of the animals can be seen by having the shelter, like a kind of the shelter camouflage, that the animals, they would not knowing we're spotting at them. For those who come for photography, taking picture is a kind of the exciting area. And then we also consider some kind of the weight, the weight area where the animal comes to having the water around there is also exciting. And the base for sightseeing must be located some distance away, and we zoom them up, close them up. This would be another way of exciting, but with all of these kind of arrangements must be in a close and to be considered carefully, that we're not going to harm or to do anything to make the animal going deeper in the jungle. Then when we go down from the mountain, we probably give you another example, the popular attraction to go to the beach, to visiting various islands, different islands, and mostly the tourists, they also like some kind of diving. If the simple one they open to the public, it's a kind of the diving, spotting the fishes on the surface by doing the snorkeling. This kind of thing can be done, and if they go in some certain area which must be conserved or must be prepared for the value of the corals in the coral reef area, we will have a kind of the a kind of information given, not allowed to be on this kind of island, and diving is not allowed because it's the place where all kind of life living around the coral is very important. So we also give this kind of warning for some certain attraction. And then we also having the problem in some certain beaches in the southern part of Thailand. It's so popular that we have so many tourists coming to visit at the same time. And it's a kind of too many over tourism, some sort of this I do not want to use, but we have to make some kind of arrangement and talking efficiency about carrying capacity, this sort of thing that have to be a kind of the measure to be considered before going to the endangered areas as you request, as you ask. Thank you. Hope I answered your question.
Thanks, Professor. I do have another question. It's related to technology. Are there any new technologies that could be applied also in the development of protected areas?
I'm not sure.
Can
you repeat your question again, please, Maha?
Yes. I mean, are there any new technologies could be applied in any protected areas? New technology?
New technology to the protected area.
Not very much use. We have this kind of man-made arrangement. We got to have a kind of the people to look after which is the entrance we allow, we screen the people. The kind of technologies that can be used at the moment from the booking to the national park, the popular national park, to control about the capacity with the number of the tourists. Well, they have to make a kind of the pre-arrangement of the booking, how many person, what day, what date and time. So the things could be organized and rotated. This will be a kind of the technology that it's been done at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, Professor, thanks very much for your clarification and for the presentation and for your guidance. It was
Thank
really
you.
interesting.
Yeah, thank you for your question as well, Maha.
Thank you.
Hello?
Yes. Where are you?
I'm from Abraham. I'm from Ethiopia.
Hi there. Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, yes.
What's your number? 16, isn't
16.
it? 16, yeah.
16.
Okay, 16.
Yes.
Ethiopia.
I'm very happy to hear the views and presentation of the two presenters. It is very interesting. I like both the presentation from the tourism perspective as well as from a general point of view, how green form of life is important to our planet. The idea of sustainable tourism, the idea of green tourism, ecotourism, any form of names that's given to sustainable form of resources, the tourism itself has come in use because in the past our natural resources have been dwindled because of the unmanaged kind of tourism activities like what we call it the mass tourism. My question is, what kind of challenges or what kind of problems Thailand has faced because of tourism activities in the past? And from that experience, what kind of mechanisms the Thailand government and the concerned bodies have tried to tackle those problems. That is my questions, because as I have known that I know that one of the top destinations in the world is Thailand. Millions of tourists have come to visit the Thailand tourism attractions. So I think that when the number of tourists coming to one's country, there's also a challenge because the resources can be overused and can be prone to several challenges due to the influx of tourists to that destination. So I would like to reiterate my questions. What challenges have Thailand faced because of the number of tourists have come to Thailand in the past, and that problems, how it is tackled at the present day? That's my question. Thank you very much again.
Okay. Let me precise your question. You asked about the problem of the tourism activities because of number of the tourism. It's the first one, and you asked about the mechanism of the government is doing with that. It is doing with that challenges. Is that right?
Exactly.
Am I right? Okay.
Yes.
That's split it. Okay. You want to answer that first, or Ajahn Kanokan want to answer that first? The problem of the tourism activity or the number of the tourism that sometimes we have too many number of the tourism. Okay. Go on.
All right. So thank you for the question. So from what you've just asked, I see where you come from, and of course Thailand is facing the problem. And the main problem here that I'd like to conclude is that because tourism is being considered as an ended product for many entrepreneurs in Thailand, we develop destination for tourism, but in fact that is the real cause of problem. So instead, the mechanism. Let me answer your second question. Is that how to fix this? We, instead of using or develop tourism as the ended product, we use it as a mechanism or as a tool to help us or help the community or help the destination becoming more sustainable. So that will help alleviate all the problems, not all, but most of the problems we are facing today with the numbers of tourists, over capacities, with the overconsumption, abusively consume resources. With all of that will be gone. Not all, but some of them will be gone because we will not be stressed over, hey, tourists are not coming to us anymore, or the number of tourists are reducing, right? Because we don't use tourism, we don't develop destination to become tourism, okay? But we use tourism to help the destination becoming more sustainable, and that's different. Use tourism as a tool, as a method in pursuing sustainability in each destination. That should be the direction to solve the problem of tourism in Thailand. So if fisherman doesn't want to fish anymore, what's going to happen? There will be no local fishermen, right? Everyone wants to turn into a boat rental, want to turn into a tour guide. So who's gonna live their life in a local way? No more, right? Because we plan, we developed the destination, we develop our people, we prepare our people for the tourism industry too much.
Yes.
Sometimes some destinations are not even born to be tourism. This is the question you ask yourself. Is tourism really the answer for your destination? Right? Maybe you want to work in the tourism industry. Maybe you want to apply a little income from tourism business. But you don't have to be the main actor in the movie, in the film. No, but not everyone in the movie is the main actor or main actress, right? You have producer, you have director, you have screenwriting, you have someone who are not the main actor or actress, but they are still in your movie. Same thing as tourism. right? You can support tourism, you can earn money, you can make profits, but you don't have to be in the front stage if you're not ready. So I like to add from the Professor Veera just now. His comment is very intriguing, and it got me thinking that not only fixing the problem that is existing nowadays or that we are facing nowadays, but we also need to look back and see if the destination is ready in terms of people, right? In terms of the owner of resources, are they willing to use their resources for tourism or to accommodate tourists? This is the first point. The second point is the local resources in the area. Is it ready to be used? Sometimes in Thailand, we have many destinations like many islands, beautiful island in the southern part of Thailand, very beautiful, very rich in natural resources. But maybe it's too sensitive. It's still vulnerable. They do not have enough capacity or ability to accommodate lots of tourists. And that means it's not ready to be sold. It's not ready to be used as a tourism product, as a tourism destination. These are the questions that we need to look back and ask ourselves as the destination. Are you really ready to welcome tourists? So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your explanation and also very nice comparison. Okay. I just want to add some more thing about the problem of the number of the tourists in Thailand and the challenges.
A little bit kind of the overcapacity, because the tour operators, the request from the overseas tour operators to us, they set up the same popular program, popular place, and then the accumulation of the booking happened to be the same day, the same time, going from place to place. So practically, the kind of solving the simple problem, you have to thinking of rotating vice versa. Instead of taking the number one stop, if we have the program to be visited about 3 different places around the islands, for instance. Instead of going to the island number 1 because everybody going there as the first stop at the same time, you rotate it, go vice versa. Take number 3 and number 2 and back to number 1 last. This is another way to swap and rotate timing and place to be met together at the same time, for one thing. And the other thing is more realistic, and I think it's very important to consider arranging the new tour program, the new package tour. And this day, we're talking so much about mass tourism. So they go anywhere is very popular on the list, on the film, on the big promotion. So it's very easy to become the over capacity of the tourism. So I think to be a tour operator now, we know the requirement. They like to go for the smaller group, FIT and private tour group. They do not want to meet the kind of the mass tourism around and crowded in everywhere they've been. So the best thing is thinking of arranging the new tour program. Authentic, nature, sustainable, and the people, they will look after their property. They go together what kind of requirement the tourists they are looking for. So if we could understand the tourists, they like to come here once in a lifetime, very important for them, that we can arrange and looking for the new village on the different part of the zone that the too popular can move and try to make this kind of arrangement to be met according to the requirement of the consumers should be the way for consideration. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the question and the comments from you too, because you inspire us in some other direction that we try to find the answer for you, and we think another way to be able to answer your question from the comments. You have anything else? Otherwise, I finished today's session.
Yes, please,
Okay.
Professor.
Go on.
Yes.
Where are you?
Okay, this
Maha.
is Maha from Egypt.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
Maha.
What is the role of the local communities or social organizations at any at any CBT sites in order to achieve the sustainable development goals?
You mean the local community?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's in every province in Thailand. Let me answer that. Okay. We have like a municipality. And under the municipality, we have like a department of the tourism promotion or the local tourism in that area that will help the local to be able to look after the community tourism. But it depends on the area as well. Like a Thailand, we have like a major city for tourists, like the primary destination. But in Thailand, like a government, they try to promote the secondary destination as well. That we have like over 50 provinces in Thailand that we do the secondary destination that the government they try to encourage the secondary destination or secondary provinces to be able to do their tourism. But it's still not going well, I don't think.
Yeah, the secondary attractions keep going a little further. We still find something very much interesting and attractive. And sometimes they offer them a kind of the local activity they're doing on their way of life, no matter will be during the farming season or collecting the fruit, and show how to make Thai cooking, or even some kind of the interesting Thai sweep wrapping around with the bamboo leaf, coconut leaf, and making the ingredients of the Thai spicy food. I think this sort of thing, if they like to have this kind of participation, most of the community-based tourism, they prepare for those who like to take back some sort of the new experiences back home. This is another way we doing and keep expanding to some other area where they have the scenery of the mountain, the beautiful nature, or those villages might be locating along the small old canals and even up to the bigger rivers. That should be something interesting for them.
Thank
Okay,
you.
and how to increase the awareness of local communities towards any CBT site and encourage them to join the development of these sites?
How to encourage the community to join that, like a development plan?
Yeah, I think that they've been doing now. The government and those who are looking after about the CBT community-based tourism, they're working very efficiently and going to the right area of the community. So educate them to know the requirement of the tourists and what sort of the attraction, what sort of the main attraction they have in the village should be displayed and can get the good participation from the tourists. Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much for the explanation. Thanks.
Thank you for your question too. Dr. Kanokkan, would you like to say something for the last word before we ending the session, please?
Of course, I would like to add on to Professor Vira just now. I totally agree with you. And I think, let me add to the previous question about how to encourage local people to join or to participate in the CBT. I think the most important thing is that they need to know the importance of it, and they need to know what they will benefit from applying this concept. Sometimes we see many destinations, we see many communities just doing for the sake of doing, because other city, other community are doing CBT. So of course I'm doing CBT, but that should not be the way of thinking. That should not be the mindset of local people of doing CBT. We, in all sector, we need to encourage them by letting them know, by flow of communication, right? Sharing them with them. What they will benefit from doing CBT. Actually, they should not be rich from doing CBT. CBT should be only supplementary income for them. They still keep or maintain their original way of life. They still maintain their local career or employment. But CBT or tourism should only top up or add up to their income or to their revenue. And that will be sustainable. We need to keep in mind that profits is not the only thing for CBT. It's not the final goal for CBT, but preservation of their culture, of their traditions. This is important. Save the resources, protection of the resources for the next generation, for the kids. This is the main goal. So inform them, show them, let them know the importance of it. And my last point here, I'm very impressed with this seminar. Seeing many people are being so eager to apply the concept of green tourism and wanting to understand more about sustainability. I am very impressed, and I'm truly believe that the world we live in today will be a better place, a lot better for us and for our younger generation if we keep doing what we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. You want to? Otherwise, I will sum up today. Okay.
Yes.
You want anything else to say? A few words.
Agree that we all here. It's nice to be here and sharing different sorts of the green, of the nature, of the conservation, and this kind of thing. If we understood for the same goal, I think is the main thing of everybody's life. Have to take responsible for the better planet we live. The green means so much that we have to keep it green, but so much also construction keep going on, and the green is being destroyed. This sort of thing, we still have a lot of the negative impact that we have to go through with the better consideration of everyone, that the meaning of green and we make it sustainable is not easy, because it could not be done by the small group of the people. We need the whole big hands all together to lift up the world and being green and up to the sustainable tourism as the goal we want to achieve nowadays. Thank you.
So thank you. So on behalf of the organizer, Academic Service Center, Burapha University, I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you very so much to the two guest speakers today, Dr. Kanokkan Kaewnut from NIDA and also Ajahn Veera Bamrungsi from ATA, and that they give the time to share whatever is very important to us of the green tourism and sustainable tourism. I think you learn many things from us, and you'll be able to apply anything regarding to the green tourism and sustainable tourism, not only preservation of the culture, but conservation of the nature and environment. And also you try to initiate the awareness of the people in your country and to make our world to be the better place to live, okay? So let me make an appointment again. We see each other again on Wednesday of the 25th.
Doctor.
Yeah.
It would be good for us if they share their emails to further contact in other engagements.
Thank you. Mean what is that?
email, their emails.
Email, okay, of course, yeah, of course. I give you the contact detail of all guest speakers in case you want to get some more information regarding to the training, okay?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, cool, all right. So Wednesday, room open again at 9:30, okay? The training would be start at 10. I want to take you to the community named Bangkajao. It's already recorded as a video, but I'm gonna be in another province named Suphanburi because on that day in the afternoon it's gonna be live from Suphanburi province. I'm gonna be in Tambon Ban Lam community to show you everything about the local tourism product and also homestay. I'm gonna show you the real homestay. I'm gonna stay overnight at that homestay tomorrow night. And on Wednesday, I'm gonna be live from Suphanburi. So please be with me in the morning until the afternoon, okay? Otherwise, today I say goodbye to you for now and see you later on Wednesday at 9:30. Room open, but the real training will start at 10 a.m. in the morning, Thailand time, okay?
Okay, Ajahn.
Okay, just turn on your camera and say goodbye to you, to me, and to the guest speaker as well.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. ขอบคุณครับอาจารย์กนกการขอบคุณครับ ขอบคุณครับ Thank you so much ขอบคุณครับ
Bye. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a good day too. Bye bye. See you.
Good day for you.